Picking up from where we left off in our last session, we had applied the hydrocal with the black grout and constructed our rock-faced wall. As it dried out overnight, it changed colors dramatically. Went lighter, which we expected. But we're going to point out a few things with the camera. And interestingly enough, we had a piece of the formation break off during the night. And we had another section in here that appears to have broken off. So what we're able to see is the effect of the vertical lines that we did with that palette knife. This area, I guess this is where that piece broke off, as you can see the base coat, but you really begin to see the effect of the cracks and crevices. Now we're going to stop the camera for just a second, and then we're going to come back. We're going to do a couple of things on this. Okay? Alright, we're back. We brought some heavy construction equipment with us. It's called a tack hammer. And if you recall in the previous session, I talked about these vertical lines and how the rock would break apart. So we're going to try something, see what happens. Not a whole lot. It's okay, we're going to take off a few rough pieces here. Now there's some rock in the camera right here. You see a little bit of it breaking off. Yes, right there. Now you begin to see some nice fractures in the rock. We'll move back down just a little bit. We're going to try this area. Well, from this corner back down, here you get some nice fracturing. Very nice right there. So now we see some of the base plaster. This is one reason it helps to make your layout solid with the plaster. Hydrocal, plaster of Paris. Looks pretty good. We're going to do a little bit right in here. That piece needs to come off. The little crumbs that we have are going to look like, and they are, the rock that fell off of our rock wall after we dynamited it out. Looks pretty good. Now we're going to stop for just a minute, and we'll come back. We're going to get some more tools. Okay. All right. We came back with some of our high-tech cat, I guess, power tools, Caterpillar, our brush sweepers. Formerly we call these toothbrushes. Really what I'm trying to do is want to salvage a little of this extra. We're going to take a shop vacuum in a minute to this. I'll pull some of this extra rock back down this end. It doesn't pull very well, but that's okay. You can always pound this up and make it a little finer rock. Use it in various places. Got some of that right there. Okay. So let's stop again. Alright, folks, we're back with another high-tech tool. If you don't have a shop vac for your layout, you probably want to think about getting one. Most of the shop vacs will come with, I think that's a 2-inch hose. You buy an adapter. Lowe's, Home Depot takes it from 2-inch down to a smaller hose, probably 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches. Now I like the smaller hose because it's flexible and it's easy to work. In fact, I actually put it around my neck, and then we sort of go from there. So I'm going to reach down there and turn on the vacuum, and you're not going to hear anything except the vacuum. Now, it's important that you get that stuff picked up. You did leave on the edge of the formation the little pieces that we chipped off, that fell off. And we'll put diluted glue, the 60 or 50-40, 50-50, along here later, glue all this down. We were originally contemplating going back over this with another color of grout, a reddish based grout. I'm not sure I want to do that in this particular spot. I may want to use some watercolors. I can do more with the watercolors, and we'll stop and come back in another session. The important thing now is we need to come back and clean this track. Remember, we put the masking tape, the green tape on it, and we need to get that glue off the rails. So we're going to end this session for now, come back, and then we're going to do some watercolors, maybe see how that goes in another session. And keep in mind, when you do this, you just can't go wrong too far. If you don't like what you got, you can bust it out and start over again. But as you can see, we've got some pretty neat effects on this rock, things that you would see in nature. So I'm pleased with it, but we will play with the watercolors and see what we can do. Okay, that's it. Clean that off so I can get it. How'd that come out?
Oh.
Well, we're back working on the railroad again this morning, cleaning off that section of track that we had the tape on. This is the pad I talked about in the previous session. I think they called this the sponge pad, wet sanding pad. It's a little sponge material, works good. I don't know what the abrasive number is. I'm going to say it's a 220. It's fairly coarse, and it's fine for the nickel silver rails. I don't think people use brass rails much anymore, but brass would be a little softer, so you might get some scratching. And we'll just clean this one more over here a little bit. This is area, we'll move the camera to this spot, very similar to what we had prior to our building our rock face wall. So we may do something with this in this area. It would fit in with laying a track, construction, blasting out the rock face walls to lay a track line through. All right, I think we've pretty much done all the damage we can in this session, so we'll see you next time around. Have a good day.